Hello, lords and ladies. Private Yorkie here, back from the front. It's crazy out there. Probably going to get crazy in here too, because we're back with more of me laying down the law in Galarian. Pathfinder after the righteous. We're in Market Square, and it's infested with demons. Something like that. Let's clear some of them out. Just... Oh, that's wrong. That's my personal playthrough. Here we go. Come on! You wanna go up, Hellhound? Come on. No? Well, don't be a silly boy then. Even if you're good at being a silly boy. Now, we just hit level 4. Almost 6,000 to gain for the next one.
Can we retreat already?
I'll just have to resort to brute force.
Reduce, that's not good. Come on. That again didn't do nothing. Alright. Well, there's 3 of them coming in.
Into the fray!
You've crossed the wrong mongrel.
Amber, can you put one of them to sleep? I don't know.
So it comes to this.
You see the black blanket soon.
Away, you rascal!
Well, Jeff.
Cover me, all right?
Elimination. Now there's just one. So we're going to real-time mode. There we are, see? Despite the old city's troubles, the statue of Midday towers proudly over the street. Not crossing there yet, no that. Sailor.
I will guide. I sense something. Focus on the goal.
Judging by the size of the bloodstain, the body of something truly enormous was dragged over these stones. Friendless, most like. Hear me! Take heed! The hordes of the abyss march on Canabres. The wardstone is their target. They must not be allowed to capture it. The consequences will be disastrous. Oh, that's not good, is it?
Watch out for trouble.
Oh, Ramian, there you are. The golden curled Asimar reached you with a graceful bow. So you found me. I have nowhere else to run. I'm at your mercy. Kill me if you wish. But I ask you to hear me out first. Did you really know about the demon attack before it happened? I did. We have a secret ally in the enemy's ranks. No one knows who this brave soul is, but she has been feeding information about the demon's plans. These dispatches have come to us by the most reliable channel bestowed upon us by the great dreamer herself. They've come to us in dreams. Hello, Holdrum brushed them off as meaningless reveries, you don't say. And while I admit that it isn't always easy to distinguish our allies' messages from ordinary dreams. But even ordinary dreams are great from that's nice and all. But you just said you can't always tell. And they're always worthy of attention. Prelate, and all the crusade leaders for that matter, should have put less store in reason and more in intuition, inspiration, and spontaneity. What's more, not long before the attack on the city, a blind elf who calls himself the storyteller, we'd met him, arrived in Canabres. This wanderer wasn't merely a collector of legends, but a scholar of the unknown. According to him, the wardstone in our city, the first and most important in the chain of wardstones, weakened since long ago, was teetering on the brink of corruption. It seems the Red Morning Massacre and other demon attacks, even the ones we fended off, did not leave us unscathed. Unfortunately, the prelate did not wish to listen to the storyteller either. We're lucky he wasn't burnt at the stake as a heretic. We had such vital information in our hands. Information that could have saved the city. No one cared to listen all the way to the catastrophic end. Not all dreams have benign origins, you know. What if they were sent by demons? In a different time and place, someone perhaps could have become the victim of a false dream sent by monsters. But here, in War with the Abyss, the goddess is keeping a close eye on her most faithful followers. I have no doubt that if a demon tried to intrude upon the dreams of any one of us, Peasant's punishment would have been swift. Well, you might not doubt it, but I do. Tell me about the strange rituals that were going to be performed on the wardstone. Damien looked slightly abashed. When my attempt to open Holrun's eyes ended in failure, a few of my young adepts resolved to take matters into their own hands. They did not consult with me before doing so, but I have never demanded iron discipline from my priests. Army commanders have subordinates, but I have pupils and fellow worshippers. I can only inspire them. I cannot command them. It seems they were inspired all by their own. In other words, you get to preach whatever you want. You don't have to take any responsibility for your flock. You got it made. What's he meant to do to control? I mean, off control, that can be useful. For pity's sake, how can I be held responsibility for the actions of others? These are not children we are discussing. They are grown adults endowed with their own free will, praise the goddess. Of course, we all help one another. But in the final reckoning, each of us decides how we will act, and we must answer for those choices. They had no ill intent, only wished to access the wardstone in secret to try and cleanse it. But to Holrun, this became perform a suspect ritual after hearing even more suspect voices in their dreams. I can understand that. The children wanted to save their city, but the Inquisitors detained them and almost killed them. I had to intervene and use my authority and my power as a cleric to give them a chance to flee. If they had got away, they were destined for a cell in the prelate's dungeons and quite likely death. Look, the prelate's insane, I get that. He really is. He's a nut job. But I don't blame him for being bloody sus over what you lot were doing. Why are you and Holrun feuding anyway? There's a war going on with the demons. Oh, I'm not feuding with him. I sincerely wish only the best for the man. In an ideal world, he'd be far away from the front lines enjoying a peaceful retirement. But even if that isn't possible, I've always tried to help him fulfill his mission that he's taken upon himself, and to which he has proven fatally ill-suited. Protecting Canabres against the demons. Unfortunately, he's convinced that the followers of Desna are heretics and saboteurs. He refused to listen to me, and it was only the knightly orders that deterred him from including us in his witch hunt. Now there is no one left to stand in his way. He is finally free to get rid of us once and for all. Okay. Is there any chance you can resolve your conflict? Oh no. Holrun's face is truly formidable. Not only is facing a medi, but in his own infallibility. In other words, he's as hard as a rock troll. But even so, Desmond teaches never to lose hope. Talk to him, try to explain that we are fighting on the same side. If he attacks you, disarm him, bind his hand, and I beg you, if it's all possible, please do not kill him. It would be easier to just kill him, you know. Although I beg you, don't sully your hands with the blood of a fellow crusader, if one such as him. Alright. Why haven't you left him someplace safer, though? Because people might need help, and they might come to the temple in search of a priest. I will not hide away in a hole, saving my own neck. Canabres is full of people suffering in the wake of the demon's attack. Alright, then I gotta go. Wait, 3 of my adepts are hiding somewhere in the ruins of the city. The ones the Inquisitors... Oh, you again. Yeah. Not needed. Goodbye. They my adepts are hiding somewhere in the ruins of the city. The ones the Inquisitors wrongly accused of treason. I beg you, find them and protect them against the demons and vigilantes like Holden. They'll not rest until they find them. If there is anything else you can do to save Tenebris, please do it. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, what's this? Oh, another invisible guy. Danger, wait, you spared Damien despite what that mad Inquisitor told you. Young voice comes from nowhere. Oh, hang on, I forgot to remove the spell. I hope Holden's dogs aren't lurking nearby. A pale youth materializes before you. His face looks haggard from lack of sleep. He's clearly pleased to be speaking to someone. So you're one of the destined adepts that tried to break into Wardstone? Yes, I am. I'm Ilkis, cleric of Dedna. I'm one of the people who answered the call of the voice in dreams. Some unknown person made contact with us through our dreams, telling us about the demons' plans. We learned that the demons were planning to attack Tenebris and do something terrible to our Wardstone, which already carries a taint of corruption. Prelate Horan refused to heed our warnings. We had to make a choice. We could either throw up our hands and pull back, or take action, even though it could cost us our lives. But what heartless person could stand by in the face of such a deadly threat? What were you going to do? The young man hesitates. Our plan was to get to it and then follow our instincts. So, no plan then. There were three of us, a cleric, a mage and a bard. Between us we know a lot. We're capable of a great deal. If we'd had enough time, I'm sure we would have figured out what's wrong with Warstorm and how best to deal with it. But we didn't have time. Let me just get that a little bit more. Yes, the local commanders got roped into dealing with this. Some idiot kids trying to break into the Wardstone, apparently some of ours. But who even knows these days? Sealer sighs. I know there's no evil in you. I can sense things like that. What you did was stupid and impulsive. The monk could have got hurt. I know, from experience. Why have you done it, Sealer? What are you talking about that? So, you lot decided that you needed to do... Alright, Lamb, enough. Do something right away, so you did something right away. Great work. Lan gives a sarcastic round of applause. Like the city authorities would have done a better job. You got a point, Motive. They weren't going to do a thing, even though it sounds like they knew about the danger. All they knew was that some crazies had some weird dreams, but anyway, a little late to be trying to pin the blame on people. How did you come up with such a plan, if you can call it a plan? How could we not come up with that plan? You sense the young man temporizing. Listen, Desna is the goddess of luck. But look, as many lay people would understand it, and as we, the followers of Desna, the music of the spheres understand it, are far from the same thing. Other people believe that luck is something good that falls into your lap just because, like a generous or unearned reward. We see luck as a fundamental law of creation, according to which, even in the darkest hour of the most hopeless situation, chance of rescue and change for the better can arise. But you've got to seize the chance when it presents itself, or better yet, create your own. Followers of Desna, not people who like idleness and inaction. That's why, when Tenebris was in trouble, we did as our goddess had taught us. We took the matter into our own hands and tried, in a moment of desperation, to pluck our chance from the hands of fate itself. You were trying to help. And they punish you if you're trying to help. Is that allowed? Oh yeah, it's allowed. Sometimes it's even necessary. So what, you went up against Holrun, but he's the official governor of the city. What of it? Said the cleric with a remarkable complacency. Submitting to unworthy leaders is one of the greatest ills of our civilization. You're not wrong. We will never defeat the demons if we keep listening to people like Holrun. Whose voice have you been hearing in your dreams? No one knows what it is, but everyone who's heard her, I should say, is convinced that she is a good and pure soul chosen by Desna. We had a choice. We could trust her, accept that we have an ally somewhere who isn't afraid of all the armies of the abyss. Or we could drown in suspicions and get one step closer to becoming just like Ulrun. We decided to trust the voice and seeing Canabra devastated, which is what our unknown ally tried to prevent until the very end. I can see now whose side truth was on. Where are your fellow worshippers and how many are there? Fortunately or unfortunately, I don't know where they are. We split up to confuse inquisitors who were chasing us. Do you need help? Esna teaches us to trust in last-ditch chances. Listen, and my friends are called Aranka and Thal. Thal the Wallflower. Aranka is an amazing singer. A truly beautiful girl. She has plenty of friends and fans. She's probably blended into a crowd somewhere. Wallflower is a mage. But I don't think he'll try using magic. It will only bring the Inquisitors down on him. He'll be harder to find. If you better find Aranka first. She might know where Wallflower is. Please, find them. Protect them against demons. Inquisitors. I will await news in the Goddess's Temple. I hope our mysterious helper will send new messages that will reveal what is come from the demons. Alright, well, I've got to go.
Keep your calm.
You can handle them, right?
Alright.
There are many roads to success.
Adopt a kitty cat. Name of okay. You got that one. Got that one. I'll take the kitty cat, at least for now. Isn't the
Knowledge
pretty
is the
kitty?
key to victory.
I got the hair too. Alright. Oh, we got some stuff here. People were not killed by demons and mortal wounds. Okay, ordinary weapon. Alright.
I will guide.
We are the light. They are the darkness. Go, go.
Stab you or zap you? Why not both?
Go, go. The light take you.
You've made your choice.
Your time is over.
You won't survive me.
Number. Immune, alright.
Distract them for me.
Go.
No fear.
You offend me.
Fine. Hold on.
Endure this.
Nicely done.
Time to share your treasures.
Oh. Not all done.
proposed little challenge.
Okay. Okay, so we cleared this area. Looks like the door there. We'll go down that later.
The mongrel did it.
These corpses were gnawed to the bone by ghouls, whose teeth were likely the cause of death. That's ghoulish.
Time to practice my combat abilities.
Die already.
Keep your calm.
Hey, who's this? A short hooded figure is talking about some bodies lying in the middle of the street. The stranger drags the first body off the road, carefully props it up against the wall, and places the corpse's hands on its chest. The figure then hesitates. Freezes up hesitating, and you see him reach out his hand towards a beautiful gold amulet hanging around the corpse's neck. He takes his hand back, hesitates, then reaches out again. Well, 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 what do we have here? Looting corpses, are we? Going a bunch, we're doing it too. The stranger almost jumps out of his skin, and the hood falls from his head. Under a mop of red curls, a round halfling face looks up at you. Oh, I thought you were demon. Good day to you, look good, sir. Sealer's eyebrow lift in apparent surprise. Girl, is that you? The halfling looks at Sealer and smiles broadly. Oh, Sealer, you're alive. Goodness me, that's the second bit of good news. In other words, lousy day. What was the first bit of good news? Stick around and see for yourself. You know this person, Sealer. Meet Rimby, better known as Curl. He hails from McNabra's and he fights in the Condemned. He's one of a kind, a rogue with a heart of gold. Sealer smiles and adds a little more seriously. Curl, I've none of my business, but you should ask yourself if what you're about to do is right. The halfling's cheeks flush, and he hides his hand behind his back. I just thought... Oh, can you tell me anything useful about what's going on in the city? Afraid not, good sir. I just left the Defender's Hut. Suppose that I was holed up in there, too scared to leave. Although spending all that time under Commander the best knows was some sewing. He's a strict one. I'm going to get all antsy. Won't even start. I've had enough of breathing down my neck to last a lifetime. What are you doing here, robbing corpses? Rimpy Curl may be a rogue, but he does not loot corpses. Why not the dead? I just need to get these poor lads' bodies off the road. My friend and I are on a terribly important mission, and we need to get through. Look, be a cat! He's interrupted by the sound of wheels rolling on the paving stones. A cart drawn by a sad little horse appears from around the corner. City half-elf is driving it, and a young man in knight's armour is walking alongside. Even from a distance you can see his tanned face and his blue eyes shining brightly. The halfling straightens up. See? A terribly important and very heroic mission. My friends and I are saving a beer cart from the demons. As he's speaking, the newcomers notice you, and the knight cries out in jubilation. Sealer! I never thought I'd see you again. I thought you were headed to Main Square, centre of the demons' attack. The half-elf smiles warmly at Sealer. Hey, friend! Glad to see you're alright. When we got separated by the crowd at the celebration, I knew right away that something was wrong. And when the demons appeared all of a sudden, I realised that was the reason why I'd been so anxious. I couldn't find you among the dead in the square, so I kept my hopes up, and I was proved right. Sealer's face lights up with joy. So you're the other bit of good news Curl was talking about. You and Janet are alive. Actually, by good news, I meant that we found the beer cart. Cyrillin and Jenna being alive. Not so bad a quarter bit of good news. Well, maybe a beer cart. How about sharing with us? I'm sure we could all do with a drink. The half-elf winks rakishly, certainly. Give me your flask, friend. And if you walk with us to the Defender's Hut, we can have more thorough sampling of the spoils here. Despite the cheerful tone, he looks at you with anxious hope. Jana, there is no need. The heart is very close, and the three of us will be enough to fight off an attack if there is one. Besides, our friend here surely has better things to do. More important things than carrying barrels of beer, I'll wager. By the way, my name is Ellen. Ellen of the Hound Hearts. Glad to meet someone who survived this madness. Don't tell me how you met Sealer. I'll tell you that story when we're all back at the Defender's Heart. You're going back there, aren't you? We'll have a reason to toss our spoils. I'm not going to grass on Curl. We're doing the same thing. Alright, there we go.
There are many roads to success.
Oh, so sweet it is to kill. Well, they're not having a sweet time. Ooh, dear. Oh dear.
They choose to stand against me?
He's dead on land the gold, and now thinking the gold.
Easy.
Grey hair, ashen skin, this person has fallen prey to an Abatu. The demon sucks the life. The very life essence from its victims transforms them into wolves.
I will guide.
Nothing else there. Healer, we need you to be healed. Oh. Healer, we need you to be healed. And Wally, you two, I think.
Focus.
Minus 2 levels is not good.
My expertise prevailed.
Come at me. I dare you.
Yeah, well. Well, go. Oh, good God, what are you doing up there?
Tactical retreat. No. It's all your fault.
No, we managed to persevere there. But we're going the other way. Now, oh, we've got. Oh, he's got that gold plate,
They
but
will break against our
now let's
army.
get anything with it. There we are.
Can't hide from me.
Alright, we got something there. We'll need it. Let's have it.
Time for words has passed.
Uh-oh.
down.
It's all your fault.
Got him! Nicely done.
Watch out for trouble.
Hey, we still need to go back to see Orm, don't we? We seem to be overloaded. Almost left you behind, Ember. But I'm gonna go doing that. Right, I don't want... Who's this? Thank the gods, I found someone who isn't fleeing in panic. Are you Crusaders, mercenaries, the comely half-elf is so frightened you can barely get the words out? I am a servant of Count Darren Kale Nevis Arenday. My lord's mansion is under attack by demons. The master himself and all his guests are trapped inside, and the house guards are nowhere to be found. I managed to escape through a servant's passage, so I've looked for help. Will you help me? The mansion is only a stone's throw away, on the next street over. Meets Gage with pleading eyes. You've heard about the Arenday family before. This wealthy and noble Mendevian dynasty was almost wiped out by demons more than 10 years ago. The last surviving member of the family, a young Count, Darren, has an infamous reputation. He's well known for being a rake and a rogue. What happened? I'll tell you what I can. Working from dusk till dawn and back to dusk again, serving guests on banquet. When the other servants came to relieve me, I went to sleep. Next thing I knew, I woke up. There were demons inside the mansion. I couldn't even reach the Count. The monsters had blocked away. The Count's banquet was going on still. He and his guests were in the great hall. As far as I could tell, the door to the room was sealed, and the demons couldn't get in. I'm begging you, hurry. The mansion's door that's sturdily built, the demons will have to work hard to get past them. So you can still have time to rescue the people inside. What will I get for helping him? Demanding a reward for fighting demons? That's dishonourable. I'm foolish too, since demons are the enemy of each and every one of us. Today we selflessly help one thrash the demons. We've got a real believer here. If we were talking about a humble working man or a soldier, I'd be the first to say that we ought to help, because it's the right thing to do. But some filthy aristocrat with a mansion, who also seems to be blissfully unaware that the city's been attacked and doesn't care. If he wants our services, they can pay for them. I'm trying to imagine how the caves tribes would have survived if we'd had a small group of freeloaders sitting at pretty on their inherited wealth, doing nothing while the rest of us starved. I'm sure the Count will reward you handsomely for any rescue. Alright, I'll help then. Not far from here. You're better off entering from the next street over. Okay then. Right, hold on. I don't want to hear your waffle, just let's sort this out. I talked to Remy and he's not your enemy, he only wants what's good for Canabres. The Inquisitor gives you a black look. I would consider these words an admission of treason from anyone else. I do not wish to draw my weapon against he who has been given heaven's gift. And I won't, as long as you don't do anything worse than conniving with these rabble-routers. I won't ask you again to kill that rabble-router. You like that word, don't you? But as soon as we liberate the city from the demons, My face will hunt him down. Actually, is there anything else I can say? Oh, oh, that's new. Your forces are needed elsewhere. Irabes Tirabade, Warden of the City. Yeah, go help them. Do something useful. It's gathering troops in Defender's Heart. Who now? Tirabade, that'll start Warden of the City. I suppose I've already been written off. Dead. This isn't sedition. This is outright insurrection. I am loath to abandon my watch, but I can't turn a blind eye towards such blatant usurpation of power. We have no hope of defeating the enemy if there is disorder within our own ranks. I'm going over there right now. I need to see what this Irabes is up to. Right, well that's kind of useful. Go up to tell him that the guy's still an idiot. I managed to calm whole run down a little. Tell Bent will drive me out of the city once the demon attack has been repelled. Remian lowers, he said. I suppose I should be pleased, but the idiocy, the injustice of it all, makes my blood boil. I will leave Canabres, but not before we fight off the demons. No matter what happens, I thank you. In a better bed of the Eagle Watch's gathering surrounds the Defender's Heart, you would be very useful there. Fear my presence there would be ill-advised, even though you managed to reason with our mutual friend. Fight to me might reignite the Inquisitor's zeal. Make myself useful elsewhere. Alas, this city has a great many souls in need of cleric's aid. Fair enough, I have to go. Right, you. Nope. I suppose we should probably go over there, shouldn't we? Well, are we ever reloaded? I'm not sure. Yeah, we. Right, well, let's drop excessive baggage, shall we? Hang on. That's no good for me. What is it to you? You're using a 7. That's a 9. Yes, you are. You've got no armor. Got +3 to hit. So the hide armor will be fine for you. You've got no armor and can use no armor. Got no armor, no armor. No armor, no armor. Right. So, I think we're okay. We're still pretty high on medium though. Let's drop everything that's equipment. Not that's equipment, that's armor. There we are.
There are many roads to success.
Do not fear. Do not waver.
It's a couple more.
I will guide.
Now.
You're a good person. I like you.
My day is restless.
The world is full of wonder.
Meditate on your mistakes.
A
Might
bright
make you feel
future
better.
awaits us.
Never stop learning.
Right. Save. No, not that one. That's my personal playthrough. Water splendification count, and this new made in elixir is quite something. Those are these demons. Wonderful, now brace yourself for the smell.
Another obstacle.
Okay, so
I'll just have to resort to brute force.
Amber. Well, this is going to be chaos, isn't it?
So it comes to this.
Plan.
Make every
He's not
strike
cooking.
count.
Dog roll. Oh, hang on. Fuchsia. There's an anchor.
Assist me at once.
He seems to be down.
The inheritor, guide my blade.
Well, they're running around. Come on, move yourselves. He sounds good.
Stab you or zap you? Why not both?
That's not good. Okay.
You've made your choice.
We're missing everything. There's down.
You've crossed the wrong mongrel.
What the hell? Feeler.
No glory without
Good
risk.
and guts. Ember.
Surrender or else.
This thing's not going down.
Distract them for me.
Oh, come on. We need to hit him.
No fear!
Not they.
You won't survive me.
Alright, so what are we gonna do here? Pet's coming up. All these party goods can keep it occupied.
Into the fray.
Well, you can't be a wizard. Take the AC down. Only for one turn though. What is it?
Time to share your treasures.
Come on, Wally. You okay?
Just have to resort to brute
Well, that
force.
was two. Man, make it work. Catastrophe? No. Do you look? No.
Away, you rascal.
Not going down. So you looking, you taking?
Guide my
Apparently not.
blade.
Giving you all every opportunity, and you're not doing anything, are you?
Too late for apologies.
Wally, come on.
Cover me, all right?
1 and 2.
So it comes to this.
Ow!
Make every strike count.
Can't really do nothing, so just let it blow. There we are, we got him at last. Got him. Ranker! Thank you, stranger. The young woman does not look the least bit scared. Her cheeks are flushed and her blue eyes are glittering, saving us from the demons and from your timely entrance. I swear, don't know anything more today. The demons are the also affable master of the house. I'm a friend of Ilkus's. He asked me to find you and protect you. Someone clasp our hands together. Ilkus is alive and he's made a brilliant new friend. It's a shame it had to happen now when the city's unseized by demons. You think of a better time for having new friends? And those pig-headed inquisitors are pursuing us instead of doing something useful. You know where the third of your group is? Wallflower, no idea. If he knows about the demon attack, he won't just hide away. He'll go out and try to help people. Doesn't know, well, you've no chance finding him. He's a pretty skilled mage, but I doubt he'll risk using magic. He'll probably do something the Inquisitors won't expect. Pose at someone. Guide himself. We had a great selection of masquerade costumes at the temple. If it becomes lost in the thought for a moment, I know. I'll tie my shawl around your arm. Wallflower gave it to me. He'll spot it right away. I know you're a friend. If I were you, I'd look for him in Knapp's magic square. Oh, we can go back there. That's not a problem. Can you get somewhere safe on your own? Looks like Dinkins aren't busting down the door just yet. And they're not hiding under the bed. So I think I'm safe for now. Alright. I have to go. And you, Aaron. Party boy.
Greetings, valiant stranger who has just burst into my life. I am the master of this house, Count Daron Kale, myriad mellifluous monikers Arunde. No need to introduce yourself. I find remembering insignificant details, such as the name of passing acquaintances, such a bore.
He's a doctor, isn't he?
Wow. Bona fide blue bloods and unparalleled aristocracy. All this makes me itch to do something really crass. Ooh, like blow my nose on the curtains.
What are you waiting for, my squamous squire? The curtains in this room are velvet, but we have some excellent silk ones with gold thread elsewhere in the house. Take your pick. My soft furnishings are yours to do with as you wish. I'm quite sick of the place, truly. I shall either sell it, or burn it to the ground and build a new mansion in its place.
So basically, so rich, you don't care what you do with everything you own. You can get more.
Now that we've finished with the
least I'm
niceties,
still demons,
tell
isn't
me this. How did all those thrice-damned demons end up at my soiree?
Well, let's see. Kenebres lies in ruins. Discari killed Terendlev. The Wardstone has been captured. And you're asking why demons get crash your party.
Canabris in ruins. Descari. Well, well, well. And I was already lamenting the lack of excitement at my little banquet. Although it must have been tolerable enough if we didn't get notice of a great hulking demon attacking a dragon just outside the window.
Yeah, I'll say.
It seems as though Descari's occasion was altogether more of a crush than mine. If you will pardon the pun.
What should I know about you, Count, apart from the fact that you're highborn and very rich?
As a child, I had my very own pony, but I always dreamed of having a lamb. I was never allowed one. Sheep were seen as peasant animals, utterly unsuitable for the scion of a noble line. The trauma haunts me to this day. I think of it every time I have roast lamb for dinner.
Has the lamb stopped screaming, Darren?
I'm sorry that happened to you. Such a sad story.
I had not even the slightest intention of upsetting such a lovely child.
I'm not lovely. Some people have even called me a scarecrow before.
That's patently absurd. Why, you can't possibly be a scarecrow with a crow following you around.
What a point.
I'm sorry if I failed to sate your curiosity. I loathe talking about myself to people I don't know, even more to those I do know. The only thing worth knowing, aside from the fact that I am highborn and filthy rich, is that I dislike Puritans and demons in equal measure. Well, perhaps demons a tad more.
You don't seem very concerned about the fate of the city.
I have no friends here whose untimely demise I would care to mourn. The only alarming thing is how easily all this happened. I don't care for the thought that demons could come calling at my door at any moment. And just think, everyone had so much faith in the wardstones gifted by Iomede's herald, and in the might of our tamed dragon, as if there had been no Dresden or a dozen other routes where the demons overcame every defense.
Alright, I expect a little gratitude for saving you.
Of course, where are my manners? There. You can also poke about the house and claim whatever takes your fancy.
Yeah, we are doing.
Though I imagine some of you already had that in mind.
Yeah.
I'm feeling very attacked right now.
You can go to the Defender's Heart. It's under the protection of the best of the Bed and Eagle Watch.
I thank you for the invitation, but I am not quite as desperate as I may seem. At times, it is better to be surrounded by the repugnant mugs of demons than the sour and dour physiognomies of Iomede's righteous paladins.
What about my physiognomy? Sour enough for his lordship? Don't worry, another few minutes with the dazzling count here, and it'll sour like week-old milk.
What's this? An attractive paladin with a sense of humor? You're a veritable walking scandal. Either way, my mansion is now safe. I have a pair of half-decent guards. I just need to drag them out of the storeroom and bring them to their senses. I ordered them to drink a love potion, you see? For reasons which seemed extremely witty at the time and in the state of
this guy's a
inebriation
cad.
I then found myself in. They can guard the house while the valorous paladins beat back the demon assault. They will beat them back, yes?
Yes. I mean, I know I'm laying down the law, but sometimes it helps to have someone sarcastic around to keep you humble.
As regards myself, I feel like stretching my legs. I know rudimentary divine spells, I am no friend to demons, and I elevate any society that I deign to grace with my presence. I shall accompany you, only for a short time, of course. I have no desire to remain at the vanguard for a protracted period. What say you, my ephemeral but highly diverting acquaintance? After all, Lord Descari spoiled my party. I now burn with the desire to spoil his.
Yep, you're aboard.
Capital. Good acquaintances that begin and end at just the right moment often leave the most pleasant memories.
Especially
Wouldn't
the
you
ending.
say?
Alright, so, Wally, we can drop you. Constitution. Blind weapon, that's a good one to have. Right. Now, we've got Ollie's World.
No challenge at all.
Portrait of Galfrey Mendev, ruler of the kingdom, and founder of all crusades of the world.
Easy.
Intricate pattern on the hat depicts the stars, moons, and butterflies. All marks of goddess Ketna.
Thanks, Lan. You're so awesome, Lan.
This will leave a bruise.
Forget it, we're just gonna
We'll
leave.
make things right.
Right, let's go to Market Square again. Fail to sneak past some enemies.
I won't let you hurt my friends. Your time is over.
Up. 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 Alright, so that's enough to leave with, okay. That's enough to leave with, and once again, the night sees me kind of tired. I've got to find a better time to stream, I think, when I'm not so tired. Honestly, though, I have chaotic sleep and other issues going on, so it's kind of hard to find a time that's not so tired. So, get back to Market Square. 3,792. Once again, drop the junk we don't need.
Watch out for trouble.
Who's this? The eyes of a young lad peered out from under you, at you from under the massive helmet. At this proximity, it's obvious that his armour is ill-fitting and mismatched, and his helmet specifically is either very poorly made or a theatre prop. Pardon me, I saw you talk with that shawl. Does that mean you're a friend of Anchor's? What am I saying? Of course it does. So... oh, hey up, it's this mob again. And the fella himself. The young man speaks as interrupted by the arrival of a new cast of characters. People in the robes of Iomeda's Inquisitors appear on all sides surrounding him. Adept all of the Temple of Desna, we are under arrest on suspicion of treason and aiding the demons. You have 1 minute to come quietly, drag your feet, and we'll count that as an attempt to resist justice. Well, Holron appears behind his people. And here's the traitor who almost corrupted the Wardstone with his magic. You didn't think the disorder and demonic presence in the city would distract us from pursuing traitors, did you? His eyes go wide and he says nothing. You're torturing this poor boy for nothing. I can't stand for this. The Inquisitor's brows furrowed. You bear the gift of heaven and you take the side of a delinquent? Heaven knows only righteous anger, but mercy as well. The Inquisitor gazes at the light, not even blinking. His face reveals a desperate inner struggle. At last, he rubs his temples. I do not know why you're standing in the way of justice, but I do not wish a tart spat between the goddess's righteous warriors. In this hour I would peddle. At least you got some sense. Let this desolate riffraff go wherever he likes, just as long as it's out of my sight. When we liberate the city from the demons, I will see to it that every one of the Ramians runts and everyone like him will be driven out of Canebras. Come, faithful, we have further business here. No further business here. The young man lets out a sigh of relief as he watches the Inquisitors go. This is just blatantly unfair. We tried to protect the city from demons, and instead of helping us, we get hunted by the Inquisitors. Holron will be the death of us all. There's nothing we can do about it. Anyway, thank you. I've been done without you. The Inquisition has gone too far. I'm glad I didn't let them take you. That's it. I don't believe I'll get a fair hearing from Holron. If it wasn't for you, I would have been tortured and put to death. But even so, I have my regrets. I think we went too far trying to break into Wardstone. We didn't even save anyone. Now, if you don't mind, I'm going to the Temple of Desna. I want to be alone with the goddess and reflect upon what's happened. Fair enough, we'll go up there too.
Missed me already.
Keep your calm.
I've been up that way. We haven't been this way, have we?
Thanks, Lamb.
They will
You're
break
so
against our
awesome, Lamb.
resolve.
There we are.
There are many roads to success.
And now we got bugs. Right, what else? Oh, little thing there. Even the huge pile of junk isn't enough to block out the explanations coming from underneath it. Reveal, oh dearest darling, beauty mine, why didst thou turn thy gaze upon me, pray tell? My husband I call, a friend of time, but love is like an ocean, and friendship, a well. Oh well. But Willis, how are we going to live, my sweet? With a deep masculine voice. In the response to beneath the same pile. Indistinct rustling follows. Pass me the ale, will you? Let's get them out of there. Pile shifts easily. revealing an entrance to some kind of cellar. There's an interesting looking chest among them. Silver jade. Oh, we've got some stuff. Look, the door is up. Now we're completely at the mercy of whatever's up there. If it really is a demon, we have nothing to fear. We have the power of inspiration. I've got any distance. But hand me over my ladle and that rolling pin. Now look, it's not a demon at all. Greetings, kind friend and rescuer. I am Grandma Gretland, here to direct that, and these are the members of my company. Granny, that's not a ladle, that's one of the props for the malevolent lease performance. The one Tina made. It's a scepter or something. You made it out of my ladle. You wanted to use the broom handle, but I put paid to that daft idea. Says a dwarf, dignity. Oh, I've seen your show. And what's happened? Especially your play where the woman... Oh, you're very funny. Especially your play where the woman climbs onto the chair while singing, and then falls off again. Amber clapped her hands in delight. Well, it actually is a great tragedy about unrequited love. The chair, you see, it represents a tower of rock rising above the raging sea like a finger of a giant. And the woman, she isn't supposed to fall, but rather gracefully cascade into the whirling abyss below. Just like I showed her 100 times. I'm glad you liked it. What were you doing down there? We were rehearsing. Our art distracts us from fear and panic. Dwarf waves her ladle emphatically, doing a fair impression of a conductor. Did you get somewhere safe? Oh, don't worry on our account. We're going to our basement. In the next street, that's where Lambkin is. We're not afraid of demons and with Lambkin around. Lambkin? Lambkin, says Dwarf readily. He's our male lead. He'll protect us. Don't worry. Okay, I gotta go. Thank you again for rescuing a stranger. Today you did a great service for Mendevian culture, and perhaps the culture of all Galarian. You will certainly be remembered in future eras as the one who saved the critically and publicly acclaimed Next Door Theatre. I think I'd like to not be remembered for that, the way things seem. Oh, okay. Right up to the Desmond Temple. You can get most of the top.
Watch out for trouble.
Okay. Look at the anchor and Thal sit side by side like sparrows on a tree branch. They seem happy despite the chaos going on around them. It isn't our rescuer. It's good that you've come. Sit with us. I'm pleased to see that you're all fine, but there's still much work to be done in the city. That's true, Helcas nods, but can we give you a gift before you go? We wouldn't give this to anyone apart from the person who bravely defended us from injustice. Injustice inflicted by the people who should be the pillars of law and order in the city. Our gift, Aranka cuts in a song. We call it Starward Gaze, and it came to us from the true servants of Desna. From her to Maiden Elysium. This song can gift us all with a renewed vitality. Just listen. Sings a melody. Let's sing it as well. We all like a good sing-song round the campfire, don't we? Day 22, month or other say. Year 4715. When the music stops, Yorkie finds himself in a place that looks nothing like the ruins of Canabres. It all happens in the space of a blink. Closes his eyes in one world and reopens them in another entirely. A delicate twilight develops into the world, with streaks of moonlight breaking through the gloom. Yorkie is standing in a shallow stream of murmuring water, deep in a forest. There's no one else around. Garlands of unfamiliar climbing plants twine around the trunks of gigantic trees. and dangling from their branches are vines, woven into what look remarkably like swings. A carpet of fragrant moss and lichens dotted here and there. Small, smooth stones, with a strange mirrored surface, are scattered across the stream bed, in which Yorkie is standing. I wonder if this is going to be nice and resting. Yorkie is sure that he's never been to this place before, and yet it feels so familiar. The manifestation not dreamed of fantasies, but that special way of looking at things that only children possess. When a glint of light reflected on a piece of glass becomes a falling star. When an oddly shaped stone can be a remarkable artifact. And when every shadow and twist in a path promises mystery of an incredible adventure. A single glance of the forest stream brings this feeling rushing back. Realizing this, Yorkie makes his way along. The whimsically twisting stream runs through the silent forest, and Yorkie unhurriedly strolls along it. This place evokes a strange feeling of not calm, no, in fact quite the opposite. A feeling of restlessness and anticipation, incredible discoveries or unexpected encounters. And again, perhaps it's not the place at all, but the eternal hunger, the craving for new experiences which dwell within many mortal hearts. Speculation aside, just as Yorkie rounds an unexpected encounter does indeed take place. They come closer, not attempting to hide, stepping lightly on the mossy carpet, leaping from branch to branch, or flitting through the air. These creatures are thoroughly bizarre, as though they were deliberately conceived to fry the sanity of every Texan amiss on the planet. Weird things. One has the fluttering wings of a butterfly on its back, another has the tail of a dozen different animals, while a third boasts tresses of streaming water. Hooves instead of feet, and springy clover growing all over its skin. We have a visitor, explains one of the strange creatures. And it immediately runs along the stream, sending moonlight silver splashes with every step. Where am I? Don't you know where you are? That's a creature in amazement. I wouldn't have asked if I did. There are plains of breathtaking beauty and plains of astonishing wonder, but only Elysium is woven from the craving for beauty and the belief in wonders. That is where you are. In the most peaceful and most wonderful corner of the plain of boundless freedom. Who are you? We are as art as the children of freedom, said one of the creatures, carelessly swinging from the branch of a tree. The forest is our home for today. Our home could be a lake 100 leagues to the south, or an underground cave in the pure ocean. Or a castle of clouds that scatters in the dawn breeze. How did I get here? We don't know how he came to be here, said the creature with a dozen tails, smiling. Mortals rarely come to Elysium during their lifetime, but here you are, which means that something must have brought you. Something in your soul. If your soul did not harbour even the slightest spark of freedom, yearning and compassion, it never would have found you way here. Now that you know the answers, tell us. What do you want? I'm going to go back to India. Creature with the butterfly wings switches the remain silent, gives the visitor a serious look and nods to itself. I smell the burning blood and tears of the place you've come from. Thanks to you. It's right that you don't wish to turn your back on the suffering of those left behind. None of those children of Elysium would do such a thing. Go back and be a bulwark against evil and strife. Your act is true. But would you like to take something from this place as a memento? Yeah. Be nice to take a gift. The question hangs in the air, and though the words that Yorkie utters next are merely words, not a spell or a military command, they seem to have equal bearing on destiny and life. Yeah, I'll take one. Here's Arthur's draw closer. Take this memory with you. Take this light. Take this knowledge that any petal struck by a moonbeam can be equal to any star. Take the understanding that you cannot fight evil with your clever plans until you've conquered evil within your soul. I think you put too much store in fighting evil when we should be fighting demons. Evil's this ephemeral thing. Take our song, remember it, and may it help you. Alright, bye. All three adepts look at you wide-eyed. What just happened? For a second you were surrounded by light, we heard music, like the music of Elysium itself. I had a vision I was in Elysium and the Azata spoke to me. The adepts exchanged look with astonishment. I swear it's a sign. A sign that Desna herself has turned her gaze on you. You helped us and protected Wallflower and Inquisitors, even though it wasn't your responsibility. The goddess couldn't fail to acknowledge such a noble soul. We might be getting ahead of ourselves here. There are many other entities in Elysium besides Desna. But of course, there must be a reason for it. So glad we met you, friend. And not just because I'd be being tortured by Inquisitors right now if we hadn't. But also because you helped me overcome my doubts. We will always remember you no matter what. How are we doing? Still very low. I need a lot of points. Right, let's head out. And that's where we'll end it for tonight. I'll see you next time. Bye now.